Hey, everybody, and welcome to the show. How's everybody doing? I'm excited. It's the weekend, and I don't know about you, but I needed this coming up. But the first thing I was thinking about is I was doing some business, and I was like, wait a minute. We've been interviewing guests about business. But the one thing we have not talked about is this thing right here. This is where business is. Everybody's on their cell phone. Everybody's doing stuff right here. Every day you wake up, business. You go to sleep, business. You talk, it's about business. This thing is business. And I have somebody coming on that's going to show us how to really use that thing to get more business and make your business better. Stay tuned. Let's go. Hey, everybody. Have you ever wondered, you have this cell phone and you want to know, this is technology. How can I make this thing even better? How to make some more money? How do I get my word out there? Well, I have somebody on here right now. It's going to show you how to get it done. My friend, how you doing, buddy?
Doing awesome. How are you doing, Charles?
Welcome to the show. Oh, man. We were just talking off camera. Like, look at it. The cell phone. It's all about the cell phone. It's all about apps. Technology's out there. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about how to, really show your case, your business. But before we get into it, let's talk about you. Where did you come from? How'd you get started? Give us some background.
Sure, man. Sure. So let's see. So graduated, 2006, and actually had an opportunity to teach a university level app development course in 2010. Right. And that was really cool. Going from a student to professor, is a great experience. Right. So it's all about taking that first step, right, as an entrepreneur. Right. So thankfully, that course went really well. Right. We had people from the industry. We had PhD students and so forth. Apparently, I was number one on Google in the local area. And companies started contacting me and say, hey, we want an app. Right. So thankfully, we had the opportunity to actually work on over 500 apps and 65 million downloads for those clients.
Wow.
Thank you. And basically, so obviously I gained a lot of experience from that, right? And one of the things I've noticed was why was I continually building apps again and again, right, for a business, right? There should be a platform where you can just launch from, right? So that's the one thing that I was thinking about, right? The other thing I noticed was, once they have an app, they're focused on, okay, how do we market the app, right? So they started these businesses, they're going on social media and they're creating, followings and so forth, right? So one thing I noticed, he was a coach, he had 50,000 followers on a platform, right? And a social media platform. And when he was posting, only 10 to 30% of his following were actually seeing his post, right?
Okay.
Because the algorithm, on the social media channels, they limit the reach, right? I mean, social media platforms are great for lead generation, right? Mm-hmm. But staying in touch with the community, right? They limit your reach, right? Because they can't have everyone talking to everyone, right?
Right.
Also, what happens is social media is free for a reason, right? So what social media does, they actually data mining. They're data mining us, right? So they're data mining, all the, the posts and so forth, the profiles, and they're selling to third parties, right? So that's what happens, right? So in the case of the coach, that coach, his following started getting competitors' ads, right? So he's a life coach, but then he's getting other life coach ads now, right, from these from the clients, right? So so he was surprised about that. And I was shocked because I was on my own personal journey from going from an employee to consultant business owner. If I want to engage with my community, I should have full reach to my community, right? So a community that I truly own, right? So that's why, I started CLUBIFY, right? The first reason being able to launch an app in a day and then building your community, the community that you truly own, still connected with your social media, right? But also have a community that you truly own. So if you send a message, that 100% of the people are going to see it.
Right. It's your people. You've built it. This is your following. It's not, you're not just throwing it out on social and hopefully everybody got a glimmer of it. social is great, but this, even if it's 12 of your people, every time you're 12,
Yes,
that message.
exactly.
All right. So then at the end of the day, when you started, did you always know you wanted to do this? Like growing up, did you think maybe I'll be a fireman or a policeman, or you know what I mean?
It's a great question. So it's funny. When I was grade 8, I actually decided to be a computer engineer.
Oh,
You know, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is exactly what I was wanting, because I was connecting computers together. I was building computers. I was coding. And I'm like, yeah, this is this. I like this stuff, right? So I was a tech guy by nature. So thankfully that worked out, right? So
you knew right off the bat that that's what you were doing.
yeah.
That's what it is. You just had it instilled in you. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about what an app can do for you. Okay, we know they can bring in things, but what other stuff can we do? Because when people hear apps, they think of like, okay, blocks. They're gonna play, solitaire. They're gonna.
That's true.
Let's talk about apps for business. What can it do besides bringing in the engagement? What else can we do with this app?
Sure. So essentially, like the website, right, started in the 1990s, right? The website is more of like an information page, right? This is how it used to work, right? People would go to a website and then they would start, picking up the phone, start emailing you and so forth, right? But those channels are swamped now, right? So the website is become like, okay, it's a must-have. If a business doesn't have a website, they're not taken seriously, right?
Right.
So but this is evolving, right? So the website is absolute must now, but what's evolving is the app is becoming the way where you actually do business, with the client, and how the business talks with the client, right? That's where it's moving towards now, right? Look at Uber, right? Like we may have one time or another, or we may not have at all actually seen Uber's website, but right.
Now that you mentioned it, I'm trying.
Right,
I've never gone. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, you're right. I went to the app first.
Yes.
I didn't even go online. I went to the app first, and then I put my information into the app, and then I think I might have went there one time for a special or something. But yeah,
exactly. So like imagine us trying to go to a website and trying to do, I want to order a taxi cab, or you know what I mean, like an Uber, right? Like imagine doing that from a website. The app is closer to the human experience. Right? Because, eventually you're going to have an app on your wrist, you're going to call an Uber from, like, you can do this now. You can call Uber from your Google Home, right? Right? Because even the app is connected with Google Home. You know what I mean? So apps are the future, right? So apps is just a starting point. Like they started like 10 years ago, approximately, right? But then they're continuing evolving because apps represent something. You know what I mean? It represents a closer human experience, right, with technology.
Right. And I think that everybody realizes now that your phone is with you 24/7.
Right? Exactly.
And the other day I was telling somebody, I said, "Oh, why don't you shut your phone off?" "Oh, it's my alarm clock."
Yeah.
So now, 4 alarm clocks that we've had for generations, no one's buying alarm clocks anymore because their cell phones are beside their bed. And the cell phone is waking them up and putting them to sleep and doing all the stuff that we used to have. So let's get into it. Let's show them what they can have, because this is the way of the future.
Sure.
So here's your website. Tell us more how we would get started and what we need to do.
Sure. So we're actually rolling out our brand new website, and that's going to automate a lot of the stuff. So the way we actually get started now, which is actually a good thing, I actually like it, is just through a phone call, right? There's a link in here. All these buttons actually lead to, connecting with me directly, right? And we talk about, we do a one-on-one call, right? Because I love learning more about the business, and we resonate, right? Like that's what I'm noticing, right? Because my mission is to empower business owners, right? In terms of their brand, connecting with their community, creating freedom and recurring revenue, right? These are my personal goals, and I want to share that with the world, right? So, and we just basically started through a phone call, and then basically there's 3 phases, right? The first phase is we actually get your app in a day to 3 days, right? And then you actually have your app on your phone, like literally in a day to 3 days, right? The
That's
second phase, yeah, thank you. And then the second phase is customization, right? Then we start customizing the app and make it exactly tailored to what you want. And then phase 3 is launch,
oh.
right? It's really that simple.
So then at the end of the day, in say in a week, you have an up and running app.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. And then now once the app is up, then we fine tune it a little bit to find out what we need it for, what we put into it, what we can do. You're showing us now how little fine tunes can work for us.
Exactly. And and thankfully, that's one of the reasons why I love business, right? Like I love that, like my experience, it's about business and tech, right? Like I've done work with a lot of businesses, I have my own businesses, real estate and so forth, right? It's basically each app, it's like its own marketing action plan, right? What's your strategy to actually go to the market, right? And so forth, right? So we actually come up with, we talk about, your landing page, like a website we actually build, right? As part of the program, and your call to actions and things like that, and getting the word out there, and tailoring it so that's successful, right? So.
All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, you are also part of a great challenge that's going on right now. And I just found out that you made the website, so it's even better. So we're going to talk about it when we come right back. CMJ Entertainment is a one-stop shop. CMJ Entertainment helps people do any type of events, and it's a marketing tool as well. So we'll cover everything from start to finish. If it's a wedding, we'll make sure your wedding is over the top. And if it's an event, we make sure that everybody gets information at the end of the day. Give us a call at 416-414-8964 or online, go to cmjent.com. Yes, we're back, and we're talking about technology. We're talking about apps. We're talking about how you want to get your business up to the next level, and this is a perfect and easier way of doing it. Like I put it up there: like, share, and describe. Well, it's the same thing with the apps. You want people to like your business, share your business, and the best way to do it is with what the technology we're teaching right now. But we're also talking about a great program that we've been talking about for a couple of days now. Tell us more about the new thing you've developed and why you jumped on board with this.
Sure. So basically, this is an awesome program by the RTG group that thankfully I'm a part of, right? It's called the Digital Marketing Agency Challenge, right? It's all about feeding hungry people and, in North America and then eventually around the world, right? And the digital marketing agency can actually win $100,000, right? And we already have, we're approaching 50 agencies already signed up. We're adding even more in the pipeline, and it's just an amazing story. And we're actually paying each agency that gets approved $1,500 a month, to actually do the marketing.
That's the part. Sorry, I have to laugh because that's the part that kills me every time I hear it. It's basically, come help us, and we'll pay you to help us.
It's a win-win-win. Yeah.
I've been telling this every interview. Like, this is ridiculous. It's a phenomenal idea. It's a win-win. I love it because you're helping others, and at the same time, if you're just starting out as a marketing agency, this is the best way to get your foot into the door and the best way to showcase your talent. Why would you not? Do this? Okay. And it's real simple. Like, I try to look for it before, like I tell everybody again, here's all the group sponsors. And the thing about it, I've been interviewing different people that are involved in this program. You are all a bunch of great guys. Like, you guys are fun. Why would you not jump into this? And even if you don't do it and do well and win, you're meeting great partners, and you guys are all great partners. You guys have your specialty in all these different things. So why not? Why not jump on?
Yeah, no, 100%. It's, if I was a digital marketing agency, like, this is something I would definitely look into. And we're making this into an annual event, by the way. So we have interest from around the world. It's crazy. We're really excited where this is going to go.
This is fantastic. So let me show you how it works. So it launches. It's the pre-launch of it is happening pretty soon. So make sure you get make sure you get on there. All right, June 15th. And you're going to August 31st, okay? And you want to register real fast because, like he said, from the last time we talked, it's just blowing up. So if you don't get your foot in the door, that's your fault. And I've seen that you've changed some of the stuff on here,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because
Mm-hmm.
before it was 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now you guys are gone up to.
Yep.
I, I cannot help. Like, now you even increased it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? To help. So I have to laugh, man. This is a great thing. I'm trying to get everybody that I know. I'm spreading the word, because this is a great way of helping each other out. And think about it. You're doing a great cause. You're helping people around the world. You're helping people, putting food on the table, helping people out. You need to jump on board. And it's 3 easy steps. 3 easy steps. Fill out the form, get involved, and then the big prize. Tell them about the big prize.
So basically, at the conclusion of the challenge, we're giving away $100,000, right? And even the second prize, we're giving away 50,000, and third prize is 25,000. So yeah, there's I think basically one way or another, by feeding hungry people or the grand prize, we're all winning.
Yeah, it's a win-win all the way, win-win all the way. And I applaud you guys, your company, other people that jumped on board and came up with this brilliant idea to help others, to help themselves. And that's what we need. Everybody to help themselves. And let's talk about the program, actually. So if you're not an agency and you want to know, well, I'm not an agency, how do I get involved? You can actually get involved by, being I don't want to say donate, and I don't want to see give, because it's a win-win for you. Because when you jump on board and you subscribe to be a giver of food, you're actually buying the food, right? Mm-hmm. And when you buy the food, you actually belong to this network. And in this network, you're getting discounts to all these other people that are on board with you. So I'm helping somebody by buying a food, and then I get to go into this special vault. I call it the special vault, where all the discounts are there, and I can take my lady out to a restaurant and get a discount for helping somebody else eat as well.
Exactly. Yeah, no, 100%.
So yeah, love it. I love it. So let's talk about the concept. Let's talk about how this is going to change things, because now with the app and with the program, if other people want to get involved with you and do different things, what do we need to do? What are you looking for?
In terms of actually applying for the digital marketing agency?
Yeah, let's talk about that, because we've never really dived into who's a great fit for this and who would benefit this greatly.
Right. So, and basically the beauty of this is anyone who has the drive to help other people, to actually spread the word, and they know that their friends or their social influence can actually have people sign up, right, for this program. They're in, right? Because before we were thinking about, okay, we should have only agencies with 50 people should be able to join, right? But we think that we're like, hey, someone could be way more engaged. One person can be way more engaged and helping way more people than an entire agency of 200 people.
Right.
So we opened it up, right? And so anyone can actually apply. We talk to them, right? And then, it goes from there. The application process goes from there. It's a very simple process.
Okay. Now let's jump back into what you're doing, because I want to show them how you can tie this in together. Okay.
Sure.
With your app process, say you're just starting out.
Mm-hmm.
And they come to you and they say, listen, we're a marketing agency. We're new. We have this great idea. Can we partner with you with the app to show our product and get it out there?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We could totally do that, right? And again, it's a partnership, right? We want to have a win-win, right? So if there's creative ways we can work together, there's definitely possible. Like, we're going to create an app just for the Digital Marketing Agency Challenge, right? So all the different agencies will be able to collaborate, right? And basically share, right? And then you have the digital marketing agencies, and then you have the members, the supporters there as well.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And then you have all the events in there, all the marketing materials, and even eventually we're going to have a live feed of people that are actually getting fed, Yeah. So there's the sky's the limit. There's a lot of creative ideas, and they're going to get implemented, over the months and years ahead.
Right. And the great thing about this is the people that are doing this, give them a call. I'll put your number up one more time. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate. Why not? Jump on. Even if you're just starting out a small agency or not, and you have a question, just ask. You never know what's possible. You never know. You might be a great fit. And even if not, there's maybe other ways you can help out. And that's the main thing. Just call and find out. And if you don't want to call, then here, just email him right there. I guarantee you his phone is always with him. And he will answer you right away. All right. So let's get back to your program with the apps before we let you go. Give us one key thing with social that you found out that people need to be doing, that we're not doing, that you realize that could give a little hint to my listeners, to my viewers, on one thing with the phone that we could be doing to make our business a little better.
Sure. So always think about, people need to understand that social media is a lead generation engine, right? So you need to think about, okay, what content you should put on social media, and then what content you should keep to your IP. You know what I mean? That keeps basically into your own world, right? So this way, you know what I mean? If people are, let's say you have a call to action on your social media. It's like, you do a little video, give them a helpful tip, right? But then you lead them, say, hey, if you want to learn more, book an appointment with me, right? And then basically that's a lead in into your own world, because you should not leave everything in social media, because then the value is lost if you put everything on social media, right? Because people attach value to a price, right? If you think about it, right?
Okay.
So lead them into your own world where you can monetize it, right? And one way is CLUBIFY. So
that is brilliant. So a lot of people put it out there, and they put too much. They put the discount. Yeah. They say, hey, look, we're having a great sale, blah, 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 put it out there. But it's not enticing. It's not personalized to draw them back into your world, because you're putting everything out there.
Yeah, like for example, a key example would be like, for example, let's say you made a course, right? That's, you have, 25 hours of video, right? Instead of uploading everything on YouTube, right, where it loses value, give like 20 minutes or an hour, right, as a lead in, and then schedule an appointment or something like that, and lead them into your world. We can monetize your hard-earned efforts, right? So
makes sense. Well, my friend, thank you so much. I've learned a lot. I'm looking into it for myself, because like we talked about, the phone is with you 24/7. Everybody's got a phone. Everybody's on social media. Everybody's technology. And as we noticed with COVID, everybody's got some type of technology to communicate with each other. So this is the best time. You need to get involved and jump on board. So before we let you go, we always like to do the one thing here. It's called the Queen Wave. Say hi to fans out there. Anybody you want to shout out to, this is your opportunity. Go ahead.
Sure. Hey everyone. Stay in the camera here. There we go. All right. So Stephen, Clark, Svetlana, thank you for this. And also Shannon from the TCE program, everyone from the TCE program. Take care, everyone.
All right, my friend. You've been great. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Listen, what a great guy. Listen, he knows technology. He can help you out. He's a part of a great program. You got to jump involved. Don't hesitate. Get into it and learn a lot. Like I always say, you didn't have to watch, but you did. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. See you later.
Has come to an end, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time.
Please be advised that this podcast is meant for educational and informational purposes only and is in no way a replacement for legal or medical advice. The opinions contained within are solely those of the interviewers and interviewees and should be received as so. Those seeking help or advice are encouraged to obtain professional legal and medical services.